Whoa, boy. This video is going to be just a tad bit controversial.
But Mom, I don't want to go fight Iranians for Israel.
Joey, don't you dare be anti-Semitic!
How dare you, Joey? As of course, Joey now has been debanked. All of this, as we have reached a new level of absurdity with the conflict in the Middle East that's unfolding right now in a very serious scenario and situation that I think is absolutely worth considering, especially in light of all the latest events that have affected Al Jazeera journalists that look like that they were just taken out from being able to report on anything that is going on in this region, as Bibi Netanyahu is defending and doubling down on his plans to occupy all of Gaza and then, just liberate the people of Gaza away from their land and territory and placing them in other Western nations. As of course, that was the plan all along. It looks like it is being carried out as there's a lot of international pressure, a lot of protest, a lot of people not so happy about this that have been protesting all around the world. Will this make an impact? We're going to be talking about that and a lot more all here on this independent media broadcast. And if you appreciate this type of conversation, subscribe, click the notification button, as of course we have a lot to get into, especially when it comes to the latest revelation of the taking out of Al Jazeera journalists. Now, before talking about this particular incident, as even the UN is condemning what's going on here, there's a lot of outrage. There's a lot of people being angry with what's going on here. There's also, a nuanced take on a lot of this that I think is worth having if we're going to be honest with ourselves here. As Netanyahu said that the Gaza offensive will involve relocating every civilian in Gaza to, quote, safe zones, probably in like Canada or Europe, which loves their refugees, their scholars, engineers, rocket scientists. They love them. They love them. It's so great. Quality of life increased so well after they taken in so many random people as taking people's lands. And then, if someone takes my property, I'm not going to be the happiest person. I'm not going to be like, ha ha, woo, yay, Canada. You take my land and you send me to Canada, I will be pissed. I would be. That's the worst thing you could ever do to me. Worst. And listen, there's a lot to say about this plan that has been in the works. The United States might take some as well. Russia might be taking some themselves. We're going to see how all of this unfolds here because there's going to be a lot of pushback. The United States probably will be the biggest backer and supporter since, we are paying for this offensive. We are paying for this massive military action. We have greenlit and we have given Bibi Netanyahu a blank check and said, hey, baby, do whatever you want and we will back it. No matter how much outcry, how much people are going to be angry at you, we will do whatever you want us to do. That has been the presidency under Donald Trump here that in private circles, according to anonymous sources, was pushing back. And in some instances, when before the war in Iran kind of started, there was a disinformation campaign that did make it look like the Israelis and the Americans were at odds with each other. There's now similar back channeling, and again, no legitimate action, as of course the United States isn't just stamping with a big rubber stamp an approval of everything that the Israelis are doing. We're bankrolling it. We're financing it, especially when it comes to the military, which this military incursion is expected to be huge. It's expected to be big. A lot of people are talking about how this will lead to devastation all around for everyone in the region. Of course, this has been in the works for a while, and many previous U.S. administrations have said, look, we'll support you. We'll back you. We're not going to allow you to do this. Now, it looks like the order has been given, and it looks like it is going to be going through with what Bibi has been trying to do, and that is getting rid of all of Gaza. And then, of course, they're going to get rid of the West Bank And then they are probably going to try to take the Druze territory and help them and protect them in Syria, which they also helped to overthrow the government of. Very convenient. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at how that all worked out. Interesting here. As another very interesting thing is the people of Japan are actually doing rallies for the people of Palestine. Those Japs, we knew that they liked the Germans too much, is something that you're probably going to be hearing here, as it's not just Japan. It's also a lot of other countries, including Canada, that just got their trade deal nuked with the United States because they said that they would recognize the state of Palestine. Australia just announced that they will do it as well. So did, of course, the United Kingdom and other European countries. European countries are part of NATO that have also aided and abetted and helped out the Israeli military operations in this particular region. Now, in comes Bibi Netanyahu after facing a lot of backlash from a lot of very aggressive maneuvers here. Who's he blaming all of the backlash on? Bots. I want to play this clip because I think it's important and it highlights what's going to be happening afterwards, which is going to be the war on anyone who doesn't acquiesce. And then the social credit score, and then the debanking, and then the bigger attacks, especially when it comes to all the moves Western nations are making, creating an online internet identification system. That's going to be used soon, because then you're going to be called a bot. And you're not going to be able to say, hey, I'll get into it in a little bit. Before we do, we wanted to just do a little short, friendly reminder to sign up to LukeUnfiltered.com. We greatly appreciate all of your generosity, all of your support. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for it. And we can't thank you enough for doing 20 cents a day. That's all it costs. Click here, filling out your information. It's quick, it's easy, it's simple. Make sure to check your spam so you get the login credentials. 13 plus years of videos, exclusive in real life meetups. We did a meetup in Poland, in Gdańsk, Poland. I'm going to do another one in Warsaw. I'm going to come back. I love Poland. I'm going to come back to Poland probably sometime soon. I'm going to do another meetup in Warsaw, and probably going to stop in and also go somewhere in the United Kingdom. Who knows if they let me in? If the Palantir tech isn't, I don't know. He wasn't regurgitating the government lines. Take him out. And we haven't been regurgitating the government lines for over 21 years. And if you appreciate my work here for you for over 21 years, subscribe. We give you a lot of returns of value. I met a lot of the members at Ron Paul's 90th birthday. We took pictures. It was awesome. It was beautiful. It was great, man. I can't thank you enough for being a part of this kind of independent media organization, being a part of this sort of family. LukeUnfiltered.com. Get access to me one-on-one on Telegram and a lot more just by signing up. It's quick, it's easy, it's simple. Listen, we all need to pull together and be there for each other, especially with the disinformation, information wars that are coming, that soon will have people not just censored in the algorithm, but debanked and kicked out of society for criticizing whatever the establishment doesn't want you criticizing. There's also predictive programming that talks about how they could sway populations. There's fake comments. There's fake bots. We know that the Israeli government, after 9/11, created a whole online division where they would be trying to steer the conversation, steer comment sections, forums, and chats to specifically have a point of view that is represented from the government's official line. Now, and then the Pentagon took over, and now other governments are doing it, and now there's the dead internet theory, which I think is pretty real. But now Bibi's coming out and saying, hey, I'm getting a lot of criticism after taking very aggressive, egregious actions that have pissed off everyone, and it's not my fault. It's bots.
I think that we've not been winning it, to put it mildly. I think there are vast forces that are arrayed against us. Among other things, the algorithms of the social network that are driving a lot of everything else, and people who really know, and they're the foremost people in this field in the world. They're telling me that about 60% of the responses on the social media are bots. They can categorically say they're bots.
Now, there are a lot of bots, but to say they're bots just pointed against you when the Israeli government was using bots for their own selves, I think it's ridiculous. And I think there is a kind of disinformation campaign that's being waged by a lot of influencers that are being paid off, or they're being told to shut up, or they're being told, you're going to take the trip. You see, listen, you're going to come with us, and you're going to report on what we tell you to report on. And a lot of these people are like, yay! And I'm like, do you not understand what you're doing? Do you not understand the consequences of your actions? Now, we got to be careful here, because yes, there are bots. Now, is it bots that are just mad at Israel? No, I think there's a legitimate reason to be mad at Bibi Netanyahu, as even his citizenry is mad at him. Before this October 4th major incident, there was major protests against Bibi Netanyahu. There was people saying, hey, we don't want you in power. There was corruption charges that are still kind of pending. There's a big political fight there. There's a lot of people that are like, okay, Bibi, we're done. Okay, you've been in and out of power for way too long. We're done. We're done. Out. We want you out. Massive protests all over the streets of Tel Aviv and Jerusalem. October 4th happens. But I can't leave, guys. I gotta fight this war for you. I gotta protect you. I'm a wartime president. And then it's like, okay, fine. And then it's like, okay, about that. That one's winding down. But before we fully take out the enemy, look, that's Hezbollah up north. We got to go get the, Syria. We got to go get them. Hey, can you please leave political office? The Israeli citizens are asking you. Please. Oh, we got another one. Look at those little Yemenis down there. Look at those little flip-flop wearing low IQ guys. Oh. And then, we're done. We're done bombing them. We got the big end chill. And people are, please, can you face your corruption charge? Can you just go to court? Can you just let the political... But hey, we got Iran. You want Iran? We can look at the Iran. That's going to be a nice soy Bill Gates. Seed oil infused, high fructose corn syrup, yummy slop of perpetual war. Yeah. And now, after bombing Iran, we got to go to Gaza now. We got to finish the operation there. And then after Gaza, it's going to be the Jews. Watch. It's going to be Syria. And then it's going to be Iran again. And you're like, those Iranians. Oh, God. Abdullah there. He said something again. We don't like that. We don't like him saying bad stuff. This is reaching levels of like insanity. And people are like, hey, please, come on, man. Like, can we not just be at a perpetual state of war? And they're like, that's bots. That's bots. How dare you? You're bot. That's a bot. That's fake. Easy cop out there. Okay.
And there are bots that, especially in America.
America. Oh, yeah. As citizens are like, hey, can we not spend our money destroying our reputation around the world, getting rid of our diplomatic relationships and nuking and destroying trade deals because of this one particular country? Can we not get rid of vast majority of our THAAD missile systems? Can we not spend $2 billion on this Iranian operation? Can we not? Am I a bot? I'm a bot.
They want to attack the support that Israel has from the Republican side. So
yeah, we're not attacking. We're just saying it's kind of weird how we're not getting anything back in a response there, buddy. Like, okay, what are we getting? Why are we doing this? And why are we emboldening and financing and paying for your military operations that are very egregious, in my opinion, that I don't support? I think America should be taking care of American problems. Have you ever been to Philadelphia? Have you ever been to Baltimore? Okay. There are serious, legitimate problems that we have here. Those are war zones. Okay. Yeah. Fentanyl, disinformation, type of fifth generational forms of warfare that people are going through, people are dealing with right now, that I think should be a little bit more of a priority than saying that Abdullah and those flip-flops, that guy who really loves his cousins there, that guy, we gotta take him. I'm like, why? That's not our business, to be quite honest with you. All right.
They describe how themselves as homespun Southerners, except they're riding from Asia somewhere.
Now, I was talking about the Yemeni people. Just a heads up there. Which again, poorest, most poverty-stricken, and lowest IQ people on earth. Let's just be real with ourselves, whether you like it or not, okay? And then say, we got to wage a full-on perpetual war. And I'm like, guys, they're just random guys in flip-flops. I mean, you look at the situation in Yemen, it is awful.
Somewhere, that's a big issue. We have to contend with it.
Now, I don't think Hamas is leading the charge in the bot army, to be quite honest. But look at the marketing here. Lots of PR here, of course, trying to address this. And again, Bibi did do a press conference. Give credit where credit's due. He did answer some of the questions. Some of the questions were, very pointed.
And we also have to stand up and tell the truth, probably at greater frequency than we're doing now. That's exactly what I'm trying to do now. But again, if you want to win this war, end it speedily.
Yeah, we've been trying to do that. It just seems like there's always a new conflict popping up right when your corruption trial keeps coming up. And again, the Israeli people. Listen, some people love Bibi. Other people are criticizing him. The level of criticism was pretty high right before this conflict started. Now, Israel is planning to still occupy Gaza. There's a big rift between even, not just the Israeli people, but Bibi's government and even the IDF. As a lot of the people are saying, this is going to be there's going to be irreparable consequences for this administration for their actions here. And a lot of people are saying this is an extremely aggressive maneuver here. That, again, it's not just, you're a bot. No. I don't think members of the Israeli government are bots, okay? I don't think members of the IDF that are concerned about this operation and how long it will go on and how long it will just keep being extended here. And again, he says it's going to be fast and quick. And he smiles. It's not fast and quick, okay? It's not. New York Times. Netanyahu doubles down on Gaza offensives after global backlash. Netanyahu defends Gaza City plan as United Nations warns of calamity and starvation. Already the situation is not looking too good here. As Bibi also is claiming that every single building in Gaza was armed with booby traps, therefore they had to be flattened. There's also that statement. And it's like, wait, what? You have to flatten all of Gaza? Because you said, the amount of manpower, the amount of resources that these Hamas guys have to booby trap every single building. Now, Bibi, of course, later, to be fair to him, came out and clarified, I didn't mean every building. I just meant most of them. Now, there's also the news coming from all around the internet that the military, the Israeli military, took out an entire team of Al Jazeera journalists as there's a funeral being held for those journalists in an Israeli airstrike on a Gazan city that has taken out the lives of very prominent journalists that are no longer here, that no longer could report on what happened in this particular conflict. Now, there's always a bunch of disinformation. There's always a bunch of people saying, "Oh no, they weren't." No, and I'm like, it's pretty clear here that and again, innocence, having the life loss of innocence, especially journalists, it's not the best of luck for Bibi Netanyahu. It's the consequences of his direct actions that I think deserve criticism, deserve pushback. Now, that criticism, that pushback is leading to a lot of protest, is leading to a lot of countries to say, no, man. And I think right now it's more important than ever to stand up and say, hey, enough of this propaganda, enough of this disinformation. I don't care how many right-wing pundits Israel sends to its country. As again, there's this photo going around right now showing some American influencers being sent to Israel here. Now again, I some of these people I know, and we need to realize here that there is an influence campaign. A lot of the wars originally start with information. Now, other people are making the arguments here And this was an argument made by Austin Peterson. He says, look, you got to win wars. Got to win wars if you want to keep the land. And some people are making an argument saying, look, this is just like Ukraine and Russia. Russia started the war. They conquered the land. It's their land. They're making the argument, this is the harsh reality of war. The Israelis are at war. October 4th started the war. They're taking the land. Now, the disinformation campaign is something that I'm just allergic to. The Russians are a little bit more kind of honest about it. But to fly influencers and to be like, no, it's all hunky-dory. No one's being starved here. Donald Trump was talking about the starvations, okay? Charlie Kirk and Bibi Netanyahu were like, no one's being starved. Donald Trump was like, people are being starved. It's a serious situation. Even Donald Trump had to admit that. There's a lot of disinformation. There's a lot of propaganda. I think cooler heads should prevail. I think we should take a step back. I think we should say, no more war. Stop this nonsense. Stop this insanity. And I think that's justified here. If you disagree with me, let me know why down in the comment section below. But it's pretty clear here. One side has the clear advantage, has the influence campaign, has the propaganda, has the disinformation, has the corporate media of the Fox News. Other corporate media has been actually speaking out against this, to be completely fair and honest. And I'm trying to be as fair as I can because I think we need nuanced. And if you thought I provided that, share this video. If you think I could do a better job, let me know. I always appreciate constructive criticism. Thank you so much for everyone for signing up to LukeUnfiltered.com before we get totally debanked for not totally regurgitating the government's official lines of everything and how they want to propagandize you. So yeah, thanks for signing up. Stay tuned for more. All here exclusively on youtube.com/wearechange.